We don't need an intro. You know why you're here. Let's get into the best tricks that have gone down in Ottawa. I'm probably going to leave some stuff off the list. One reason just to keep the video not so long. If there's some that you think that should have been on this list for sure and I don't mention it, make sure to leave a comment down below. And yeah, with that said, let's jump right in. Shout out to Mitch Barrette as well for compiling like majority of this list. I gotta say, like without Mitch, this video wouldn't be happening the way it is. Let's start with the Lansdown Rail. This thing is like no joke. There's first of all not a lot of run up for it, so a lot of people tend to carve in through the side, and people also skate over the rail too. You got Dave Nolan, he did a line to it actually, which shows like the whole spot. It shows like how you actually have to go through, carve in, and make your way over. He does a nollie heel on flat, and then does back tail on a bench, and then pushes his way over and frontside 180s over the rail, which is a sick line that could be found in Top Dollar. All the links are found in the description down below. If you're unfamiliar with these videos, I link everything down below so you can actually, after this video, go and check them out yourself. Speaking of also going over the rail, you have Sierra Fellers. He kickflipped over it in circa its time. It was also an ad for Mystery. Arto Saari, he did frontside board slide on it, and he also front Smith grinded it too. Matt Canadian, he also did frontside board slide on it too. Jamie Thomas, Spencer Hamilton, and Joey Poires, they all frontside lip slid this rail, and Joey's front lip looks so sick on film. It's like fisheye. It looks massive. Spencer Hamilton also did backside feeble grind on it. A lot of this stuff is so old. It's like 18 years old now at this point, and it's hard to find, but Rick McCrank, he frontside 5-0'd it for a girl ad. And then another one that was also an ad was Nick Dompierre. He frontside nose blunted it. I wish we had the clip for that one. Wasn't able to find it, but it's definitely worth noting. If you know where to find that one, I was stumped on this one. Let me know what video it's in the comments. And then we have Mitch Barrette, the legend. He did some crazy shit. I think it was a Destructo ad where he back salad grinded it.
It's aging, be horrible, the world's not in.
And he also did backside lip slide on it as well. But that's not it for that spot. There's actually some other spots around that building. And you have this like double kinked hubba that has been back 50'd on both sides. There's two hubbas, one on this side, one on the other side. And Mitch Barrette, he back 50-50'd the one on the right-hand side. And then on the left, you have Scotty Lauzon, who did, I think it's his name. He also back 50'd it as well. You also have Sam Lind, who on that right side started from the top of the hubba and gapped over the banks into the second bank. Made such a sick photo for it as well. And then you also have Colin Provost in the Holy Stokes video by Volcom. He ollied like over the hubba, the first bank, and then into the second bank as well. So they both kind of did something very similar, but still so different. If there's more tricks on that rail or that spot, let me know down below. But those are some of the big ones that we could find. Next, I want to go to the Elgin 6-stair. You might be thinking to yourself, if you're not familiar with the area, why are we talking about a 6-stair? This thing is not your average 6. It is big, it is very long, and it's pretty tall as well. It's like it's definitely a stretched, tall 6-stair. My favorite one would be Will Marshall's switch flip on it. You also have JS Lapierre. He did switch heel flip on it, and he also varial heel flipped it as well. And right after his varial heel flip, there's a backside flip that plays as well in the Dime video. John Koss and Mitch Barrette, they both did hard flip on it. John's was done a little bit later on when they were on that Red Bull tour with TJ Rogers. And speaking of TJ, he's also skated it too in that same video. He does a really nice switch backside 180 on it. And in that angle, I feel like you can really see like the length and the height of the 6-stair, which was sick. And he's also done tray flip on it too. Spencer Hamilton, he did tray flip on it, and he also backside heel flipped it. Matt Canadian, he did front shove on it.
To the back of the house, looked in.
Ryan Racine, he did backside big spin on it too. Sorry to the filmer. I think you're doing great, but I wish it was a little closer. But that was a sick one. I love that one. And Grant Patterson did a beast frontside flip down it. Next, we got the 400 ledge. If I ever skated Ottawa, I would definitely want to skate that spot. It looks kind of rounded, so I don't even know what I could do on it, to be honest, but it looks sick on film. I love the way it looks, and it just always like was one of those dream spots for me to, you know, do long grinds on. They've shut that thing down for a long time. I can think back to Galea Mamalu, who did some tail slides on that shit. He did frontside tail slide, front big spin out. He also did front tail, frontside flip on it too. Mike Fife, he did a long front blunt on it. That one was sick. Paul Trepp's switchback tail on it. I mean, gotta love a switchback tail. Nice long one too. Comes out back to switch as well. I really appreciated that one. That one was sick. Trent Matley, he did nollie nose grind on it back in Top Dollar. Mitch Barrette, kickback tail to fakie on it. Such a sick kickback tail. Like, you gotta hold the shit out of that one. So that one was super impressive. And then you have Matt Canadian, who did fakie 5-0, but like the authority on the pop out, holding the t-shirt in hand as well, or the towel, whatever it was. And then you have TJ Rogers in Slubbucks. He did frontside tail slide, heel flip out to regs. Kind of a rare trick, especially for like out ledges. You don't really see that one too often. And then the gnarliest trick to go down, in my opinion, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you have a counter for that. Will Marshall's tray flip nose slide on it. I gotta put that one up there as the number one. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Be putting out these videos all the time. We're also getting closer to spring, so hold tight, guys. We are going to make our way back outside and do like our typical skate spot history in Toronto like I normally do. Got a ton more spots to cover, and I feel like we've just scratched the surface when it comes to Toronto skate spots. I'm going to make my way across Canada too at some point and actually go check out a lot of these spots in person in Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, you name it. I want to make my way there. We're going to take some vacation days, and we're going to make our way there and stay with some homies and go do some actual in-person skate spot histories. But until then, we're going to do some indoor stuff in the studio until we can get back outside in Toronto at least. Next spot we go to, Hintonburg. Typically, people are skating the out ledges there, but there's also like this over rail spot there too. We'll talk about that one after. But first, let's talk about the out ledges. There's a long one, and there's also a short one, front side, back side, depending on your stance. Seb Lebe, he did switchback tail, front shove out. He did it a couple times too. There's one where he cleaned it up a little bit, but I think there was like another filmer, or I think it was a photographer in the way. Paul Trepp's done some stuff on that. He's done kickflip front nose on it. He did nollie flip front tail on it. Galea Mamalu, he did nollie heel flip tail slide on it. Mike Fife on the long one did kickflip backside 5-0, the whole thing. On the long ledge, Paul Trepp, he did nollie crook the whole thing. He also did switch tail 270 on it. And TJ Rogers, he also, I guess, was paying homage to Paul Trepp because he also did the switch tail 270. And Paul Trepp on the shorter side also has done nollie front nose big spin, and then TJ also did that. I want to say there was like some homage to Paul Trepp on that one. I'm sure TJ knows his skate history. TJ also did switch tail, switch frontside flip out. And John Koss, he did back tail backside flip. Fred, in the new Dime video, he did nollie back nose blunt, came out all perfect. That one was sick. In the Dime video, I think it's Leon, he did backside blunt, kickflip out to regs. And my personal favorite was Wade's nollie hard flip nose slide on it too. And then going back to that over rail that I was telling you about. Will Marshall, he heel flipped over this rail. Marcus Dennis, he did switch 180 over it.
Okay. What would be the situation when this?
Max, he ollied over like this huge rail to drop. Paul Trepp frontside flipped it. Spencer Hamilton, he backside flipped over it. Next spot we got, I think you call it Rideau? Crazy out ledge, like gap to out ledge over a handrail, tall looking too. Person I think of is Mitch Barrette with the nollie heel flip down the 4-set at first, does a tray flip on flat, and then gap back 50s, the out ledge, right to the very end as well. And then he's also done gap back 5-0 on it. And then he also did gap backside tail slide to it as well. Sam Lind, he did gap frontside 5-0 on it. At Sussex, there's this over bar, and Matt Canadian switch ollied over it, made a really sick photo. And Sam kickflipped it. There's this little 6 stair, maybe it's a 7 stair, little perfect handrail. A few notable tricks that have gone down on it. I know there was a nollie heel flip nose slide that went down on it. Will Marshall, he did kickflip front nose, and he also accidentally kick front crooked it as well, which is in his aspect ratio B-sides. Pat LaFlamme, he also did tray flip lip slide on it. Wes Kramer, he did switch tray flip lip slide on it too, which is pretty fucked. He did it back to switch, so we like it when it goes back to switch.
House for that margarita. Oh my God.
At the art gallery, there's this big double stair and like over a handrail. It's fucking massive. T-Joe, I think it's a nickname for him. He kickflipped it. And Spencer Hamilton, he ollied it.
Looking like cookies and cream to me, man. I'm a fly, man. A heartbeat, man. Niggas know.
TJ Rogers, he did switch 180 over the rail. You can just tell by like the slow-mo of the clip, like he's flying. There's the Glebe Rail, Glebe Rail, I don't know how to say it, but Scotty backlipped it, and so did Mohawk. I know when Scotty posted it on his Instagram, he's like, it's ABD, but he did it for himself, which that was still sick. That rail does not look small. Damien backsmithed it, and it was also front feebled as well. There's this little hubba, and like there's some tricks, there's more basic tricks that have gone down that I remember from like back in the day. It's the Elgin Hubba. Matt Racine, he did back 180 to fakie 5-0 down it, and that was like one of the more tech tricks that I've seen on that thing, but I'm sure there's more that's gone down, but I wasn't able to find much. The Sandy Hill gap to rail. This is a pretty cool spot. Safa Benson, he did gap frontside board slide on it. Sasha Daly, he did gap frontside 50-50 on it. Adam Polsky, lip slide on it. It was kind of like board slide, but I think it was like kind of more straight, so board slide, lip slide, whatever you want to call it. JS Lapierre, he did gap front Smith. Made a really cool photo for that one too. And he also gap nose grinded it as well.
I see that brick.
And then Jamie Thomas, he did gap frontside 5-0 on it. And it just flies by in his part too, like it's nothing, but yeah, that was crazy. Next up, we got the Guertin 12. Pretty big 12-stair handrail. Dave Nolan, he did backside 5-0 on it, and the quickest cut back lip slide as well in an edit. Wade Fife, he did frontside feeble grind on it. Charles Deschamps nollie crooked it. Mitch Barrette, he did back Smith. It would have been sick if Matt Canadian got that switch front board on it, but his legs wouldn't let him right away, so hey, we'll get him next time.
Stuck in the bank for my dogs on the corner that cook their own weight.
On the other side, Pat LaFlamme, he did backside blunt slide, and he also back salad grinded it too. JS Lapierre with that kick front lip in the dime video. I'm not going to make you wait to the end of the video to talk about the archive spot. That spot is definitely an iconic Ottawa spot. It has such a beast out ledge, 2 8 stairs back to back. It also has this like over ledge to drop that someone may have or may not have kick flipped. We'll get into that in just a sec. But let's talk about the stairs there. Seb LeBay, he's done a lot of crazy tricks on the 8 stair. He's done switch big flip on it. He's done nollie frontside 360 kick flip down it. Nollie cab flip, whatever you want to call it. Those are 2 crazy ones. Paul Trepp, he's done switch big heel and switch tray. Dave Lapchuk, he had a really sick line filmed by Mike Crook back in the day. And this one was crazy because I think they made like a trip, like a drive from Toronto. Got there super late. He got that shit pretty quick from what I'm told. He did fakie frontside half cab down the first set and then nollie backside flip down the second one. And like the pitch black, it's dark as fuck outside, and he just pulled it off quick, and then I heard they just went right home after. Xander had a pretty sick line as well, skating it pretty similarly. Varial heel flip the first set, and then nollie flip down the second one. Both perfect. And then that out ledge, that thing looks so tall, dude. Like, I don't understand how you have the pop to, like, get up there and be all, like, kind of tucked into your trick, and then have to take basically, like, what's going to be a 12 stair height of a drop, maybe even taller. Mitch Barrette's backside nose grind on it, straight on, back nose grinds the whole thing. Got a sick photo as well by Josh Hotz. Richard Sarrazin, he did frontside tail slide on the other ledge. Scotty's done some tricks on that thing. I know he's crooked it. He also did backside tail slide, had a bit of like a skirt, like a little lift up on the ride away, but he still back tailed that thing. But the craziest one is the backsmith. Like, I don't know how you're popping into like, and then dipping the backsmith like properly too. So that one was crazy. So shout out to Scotty for that one. Also, you have Scotty's kickflip. It kind of reminds me of that Ryan Sheckler one when he like boosted off a kicker like over those like 2 bars to drop, like big gap. Kind of has like the same kind of vibe to that one. So shout out to Scotty for doing that big ass Sheckler kickflip. That was dope.
Let's fucking go! Yo!
And then also at that same spot, you have this big ass 20 stair handrail. Doesn't look like it has much run up either, but Mitch Barrette, he back 50-50'd it. And it's also been front 50-50'd as well. There's also like the Buffalo gap that Will Marshall kickflipped at closer to the end of his barracks part. And there's a sick photo of Curtis Whitaker. I don't know where the clip is, but he does gap back tail on this tall ledge. Ottawa U, there's a bunch of spots there, and they're all big. And Ottawa's got a lot of really great architecture. For some reason, they just make a lot of really gnarly, large spots. And Ottawa U's got a bunch of them. There's this giant 15 stair that Sasha Daly front boarded it on a DC tour. That one was crazy. Dan van der Linden, he front feebled that rail. There's also a giant tall ass hubba that Nick Dampierre front tailed to fakie. Hand touch, but like, come on, man, that thing's beast. Around the corner, you also have this big double kinked handrail, and Richard Sarrazin 50-50'd it. I think he ollied like the first set before, carves around, and they have like a piece of wood. I think the piece of wood was to kind of like not have to gap into the rail so far, but he like, yeah, he 50-50'd that kink rail close to the end of his part. There's also like this thin double bank like over a handrail that people skate into. And John Ciano, he did frontside 180 over it and like goes down switch. And Davis Torgerson, he did a pretty sick line too. Starting from that spot, he ollies over it, bombs that little double bank, tray flip on flat, and then nollie backside board slides the handrail at the end there. There's probably more tricks that have gone down on this spot, but I just want to shout out real quick on the Stittsville over rail, Pat LaFlamme's Impossible over it. It kind of reminded me of like Dylan Reeder, different styles, but same vibe. That's what I'm talking about, just the vibe of it. It just reminds me of like that same kind of like Dylan Reeder's Impossible. So shout out to Pat LaFlamme on that one. And speaking of Pat LaFlamme, there's the Canadian Tire rail. I do know that he did backside 50-50 on it. We got that Alta Vista rail. I should say rails. There's the short one that people skate on the front of the building, or like I guess the front right of the building. And then there's also the long rail that's leading out of the front doors of the building as well. I'm just thinking back to Top Dollar with Wade Desarmo. He does a couple tricks. He feebles it, and he does backlip to fakie on it as well. Mitch Barrette front feebled it. He also smithed it and front blunted it.
When I be lacing the watch, I be bringing salvation through the...
On the long one, you have David Gravette. He 50-50 kick flipped it, which is pretty crazy. Evan Smith, he front smithed it. And Ben Patterson did front smith, front 180 on it as well. We got the Sportsplex Rail. It's a sick one with the yellow stairs underneath the roof. Always looked really good on film. Brandon Del Bianco, he did frontside no slide on it in the Element Ontario Underground video. Josh Clark, he did backside blunt to fakie on it on a DC tour. And right after that, you have Ryan Outen, I don't know. I never knew to say his name. But he also switch front boarded it. Colin Finlater, he did backside overcrook on it too. And of course, Mitch Barrette's tricks as well. He front blunted it, he back tailed it, back smithed it, he front feebled it as well. Front salad grinded it. This spot's really cool, like DIY vibes to it. You know, you got this concrete barrier to hubba. It's the big H. It looks dope. I always think of TJ Rogers, his switchback blunt on it in Slub Bucks. Sam Lind, he did frontside feeble grind, front 180 out. Sam Lind also did like front blunt crail. David Gravette's back nose grind revered on it was always really cool too. I like that one a lot. It's also been front blunted, it's been backside hurricane, it's been frontside hurricaned, and then there's also the I don't know what you call this trick. Like, it's not a sugar cane, but like maybe you call it that. It's like backside 180 revert to like switch backside willy grind. What the hell do you call that trick? There's also the Abbey Rail. I think this rail looks really sick. I like the way the stairs look on it, like the way they're all separated. Makes for really good photos too with all the bars in the rail. Mitch Barrette, Matt Canadian, and Spencer Hamilton, I'm pretty sure all did front feeble on it as well. And Spencer Hamilton back sniffed it too. Wade Fife's last trick in BSC Volume 2, he did backside tail slide on it. Mitch Barrette also did front blunt and front salad.
Work through worldly problems.
Salad master, dude. Front salad, back salads, front blunts, you name it, Mitch Barrette's got them. There's the Courthouse 10 stair, lands into grass. It's been skated quite a bit, but shout out to Will Marshall with the nollie backside flip on it. Just because I like the way he rode into the grass on that one, and then he back 360'd it too. Ryan Racine, he fakey flipped Courthouse 10. I know a lot more has gone down on it, but I'm not going to go too crazy on that one. Maybe that could be a spot that I cover in person one day.
What are some of like the most noticeable tricks that people have done over the years?
Probably Mitch Barrette's 3-foot fakie.
Yeah. You got a cover of that, right?
Got a cover. There's been so many little knick-knack tricks, but definitely the 3-flip fakie is the one that stands out.
There's the canal ledge that lands into the Rideau River, I think it's what it is. Mitch Barrette has to dodge traffic and play Frogger with that shit, and he nose blunts like super long nose blunts. Another spot that I want to talk about more in person is the Slater double. I think it's like a 5 or a 6 stair, flat 2 stair. Mitch Barrette nollie heel flipped it as well. Ryan Racine, he big flipped the Slater double as well. Scotty did some fucked shit. Like, he's always doing some crazy shit. I think it's the Carlton rail. I think that's what they're calling it. He 50-50 like this massive kinked rail. He also kickflipped this massive double set over a rail and rides away with a broken tail. And you can just see his reaction as he's riding away like, damn, like, I did that shit. And yeah, you did that shit. That's sick. Scotty also has this giant indoor 15 stair. I think it's a 15 at least. Backside feeble grinded it, but the sick part was like all the homies up at the top, like banging on the glass, like cheering for him after he rides away. But yeah, that's such a sick one. I love that clip. JS Lapierre's done some more crazy shit. Why are we not surprised? There's this line that he does with like this small stairs, and then he ends it with big front 180 on this massive double. But he also kick flips it too. He also tray flip nose slid the YMCA rail as well. There's this like gnarly ass bank, like over rail into like hill bomb bank, and that ollie was by Adam Polsky. And then Sam Lind, he also pole jammed into it. Ryan Racine did front 3 shove on the museum gap. Pat LaFlamme frontside flips over 3 rails. There's this long rail that he did front tail to fakie on. Spencer Hamilton's fakie flip in the Republic video, he fakie flips this massive gap and like tweaks it out too. Richard Sarrazin, he kick flipped, it's like a gap over rails into like this steep bank. And I think it's his ender and top dollar. He kickflips over it. Paul Trepp, he did switch front blunt on this rail in Sussex. It was also a cover of a concrete magazine. I wasn't able to find the cover, but we do have the photo. Sam Lynn's drop in of pain. Dude, just perfect sculpture for dropping in on. If you're gnarly enough, Sam Lynn dropped in on it and got a cover for it as well. I'm butchering the nickname here, but T.O. There's this like double kinked ride-in ledge situation. He drops in about 3/4 the way down, rides on flat, and then 50/50's like this big long handrail. Wesley Lee got the ender of the video playback with this gnarly double kinked backside board slide. That looked like a recipe for disaster, and he pulled that shit off, so shout out to him. In the video Tangent, there's this backside tail slide. It's like this big sign box thing to drop, and he backtailed that shit. That was sick. There's also this pretty big kinked handrail that Pat LaFlamme backside 50/50s. And Wes Kramer, he did switchboard slide on it too in his DC part. And then we also got the Sparks Rail. Definitely a pretty known looking handrail in Ottawa. Will Marshall's done a bunch of tricks on it. He's done half cab crook on it. He also did half cab backside 50/50 in aspect ratio. He's done front big spin board slide on it. Nollie backside 50/50 on it as well. Rumor is that he also nollie flip crooked it, but the footage never came out. It's like a lost clip. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that. He's on a trip right now. Wasn't able to send it, but nollie flip crook is pretty beast. Mitch Barrette, he did front shove crook on it. JS Lapierre, he did kickflip crook on it. And my personal favorite was Matt Canadian's heel flip crook on that rail as well.
Climbed in once inside. I start taking.
Let's talk about Dows Rail, the one that lands right into the water. You know the rail. It's an iconic one. Definitely an iconic Ottawa spot. And one of the first skaters that comes to mind when I see this rail is Wade Desarmo. That top dollar part to me when I was growing up was like definitely the one that was on repeat the most until It's Official came out. Just the intro where he does the switch front tail on it, and then he also does a line flat trick, ollies up the curb, and then does nollie no slide on it. Two Guns Up song, I mean, you can't go wrong. Come on now. Also, someone who did nollie no slide was Matt Canadian, but not only that, he also did nollie crook on it too, which is crazy because the rail, like, it's super low, but you have to pop out to the side so you don't land on the curb. Although there are people who have skated it from rail to the curb, which is also a sick option. There's a couple. You got David Gravette and Brandon Del Bianco, who both did backside feeble grind to 50/50 on the curb. And then you have JS Lapierre, who did frontside Smith to 50/50 on the curb as well. And don't forget, we have that upwards curbed ledge on the opposite side of the rail, but we'll get to that in just a second. John Pye, he did big flip front board on it. Francois Heroux, he did a nice front salad grind on it as well, I think back in like 07. Paul Trepp, dude, like, I love a good switchback Smith, and there's a sick sequence. I think it's in the 7th frame of the sequence. Paul Trepp's sitting in a switchback Smith, just chilling. The way he locked in was properly dipped. It was a good one. Evan Smith also did kickback Smith on it. I don't have that clip. Like, we were looking everywhere for it, and we weren't able to find it. I was going through like old DC parts. I think he did it in around 2011. If you know where that clip is, please let me know. I feel like I've seen it too, but it just might not be online anymore. Spencer Hamilton, he did front feeble, frontside 180 out. Always like Mitch Barrette's backtail shove on it as well. Patrick Laflemme, he did backside board slide up the rail. And what's crazy is like the run up to go up it, or even when you're like landing down, like there's the whole like river. When I think of Will Marshall, backside feeble grind, shove it out, rides away and jumps into the river after, like that's such a sick clip. But it just shows like there's not a lot of space from that landing / run up to the rail or from the rail. It's a tough spot when it comes to like the water factor about it. And then we got the curb, like I was saying, on the other side, which is also really cool. I always wanted to skate that spot as well. It doesn't look easy, but it looks fun. If you could figure out how to get up, it looks like a pretty good time, actually. Mike Fife, he did kickflip frontside 5-0 on it. He also did front tail frontside flip on it too. John Goss, he did front tail kickflip up to regular. Then you have Will Marshall, he did kickflip backside crook up it, and Will Marshall, his backside tail slide up big spin out in aspect ratio right before that feeble shove. Dennis Buznitz, he did backtail backside flip. And Ryan Racine, he did backside no slide, nollie flip out like to fakie. TJ Rogers, he did switchback tail shove up the thing. He also nose blunted it as well. Now, I'm not mentioning every single trick that's gone down on this rail. I know people are going to come for me and be like, yo, you missed this, that, and the third. I'm just mentioning my favorites and some things that I think were like the best, like the top tier tricks. Now, with that said, I'll probably still miss a couple. I don't claim to know every single thing. And also, not everything's easy to find. But with that said, we do have Torey Pudwill, and this is probably the most insane trick. One of the most insane tricks to go down in Ottawa in general. He backsmithed up it in Plan B True. And just like the dip, you know, Torey's going to dip a nice backsmith, and the exit out was like, he came out kind of early on it, but still cleared it up the stairs. And shout out to Torey Pudwill, dude. All in all, we've gone through a lot of tricks today, and there's probably so much more that we could have put on there. I found for this one, it was harder than normal to find a lot of the clips. There's like a lot of stuff that was filmed a long time ago that doesn't really exist online anymore, and if it does, it's like super buried. You gotta dig really deep for that shit, and we dig pretty deep. And having Mitch Barrette actually helped me out too, and him knowing what videos these are all from, like off the top of his head, which was a big help, by the way. Even still, like there was some that just you can't find them these days, but that's where you guys come in. If you guys do know anything that we missed out on, like for example, for any of the tricks I was like we weren't able to find the clip for that or the ad for that, let me know in the comments down below if you do know where it is. I'd still want to see it, even though it won't make it into the video. It's still nice to know that it does exist somewhere. Hit the like button, subscribe for more videos. I'm going to try to do them every single Saturday. A little bit busier in my life right now. We're still getting these videos out, dude. And I like to take my time with these like best of videos and not just rush them out just for the sake of getting a video out every single Saturday. I will try to get them out every Saturday though. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. What do you think? Calgary next? Stay tuned. Peace.